Hey everyone, welcome back. This week's topic is mindset tricks to deal with pressure and stress. So with everything going on in our lives, it's natural at times to feel really stressed out, to feel anxious, to feel like you're under a ton of pressure. You have this never-ending to-do list. You don't have enough hours in the day to get everything done. You can't seem to make anybody happy or everyone happy. You tend to have sleepless nights, or you struggle to sleep well. You struggle to eat well and move well and take good care of yourself mentally and emotionally. So that's why I'm gonna give you some actionable tricks that can help you deal with this pressure and deal with this stress from a holistic standpoint, and also really leave you with some ways that you can incorporate into your daily life and turn those tricks or tips into habits. So before we dive in, just a quick introduction. My name is Chaitni. I am a health coach, and I help clients cope with stress, depression, or anxiety, as well as weight loss through healthy habit formation, positive lifestyle changes, and proper nutrition without dieting or restricting. I share these YouTube videos every couple of weeks, so if wellness interests you, then please make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Imperfect Bodies by C Modi. And lastly, if you're more of a reader and enjoy self-care and self-love blogs, then you can make sure to sign up for that. The link for that will be in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to share these 5 mindset tricks with you that can help you develop a positive outlook when you're feeling like you're under a lot of pressure or you're feeling stressed out. So step number 1 is accept and acknowledge your feelings. If you're feeling like you're under pressure or stressed, the best thing you can do is actually label those feelings, accept them, and tell yourself, okay, I see you, I feel you, and now let me try and understand you. The worst thing you can do is just run away from them or escape them or avoid them. So what does this look like? What does accepting and acknowledging look like? It could just be 5 minutes a day where you close your eyes and you're in a quiet spot. Maybe you're lying down, maybe you're sitting up, and you're just tuning into your feelings. And you're not judging them, you're just observing them. You're just asking yourself, how am I feeling? And you can do that on a regular basis. Eventually, it gets a lot easier to tune into your feelings that way, but the goal is to spend some quiet time with yourself and to observe the feelings and what they're doing to you. Something else that you can try is, experiment with journaling. So maybe you respond to the prompt that says, what is stressing you out and how is it making you feel? So again, take some time to think over it, and it doesn't have to be an essay that you're writing. It could just be a paragraph or 2 or just a few lines that you jot down. Whole purpose behind this exercise of accepting and acknowledging your feelings is to regain some clarity and regain some perspective. The next actionable tip that you can try is deep breathing. You can do anything that you've come across that works for you, or experiment with something new. One of my favorites, and the one that I go to frequently, is the 4-7-8 breathing technique, where you inhale for a count of 4, you hold your breath for a count of 7, and you exhale for a count of 8. And you can exhale from your mouth. When you inhale through your nose, and then you hold the breath for 7 counts. Do this maybe like 8 rounds of this, or you can do it for a couple of minutes. And again, the nice thing about this is you don't have to be in a specific place at a specific time. You do it maybe right when you get up. You could do it right before a difficult meeting. You can do it while you're sitting in traffic, and you're going to be stuck in traffic for a while. So any location can work, and any time can work. Even before you go to bed, it could help you sleep a little bit better. And what this does is, when you start to do deep breathing, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which ultimately reduces stress. And it just kind of calms you down, brings you back to the present, and helps you focus on what's in front of you instead of worrying about what may never happen. All right, the next actionable step is reframe your negative thoughts. So cognitive reframing is also another word for it. What that is you identify that stressful thought, and then you stop and question it. So if your thought is, oh my goodness, I'm going to fail that exam, you actually question how accurate that is. Is it fact or is it fiction? And you might ask yourself, when was the last time I failed an exam? Or when was the last time I just failed in general? Is it that bad to fail? What's the worst that can happen if I do fail? So these are some of the questions you start to use to question the negative thinking. What it does is, one, it makes you realize that you're amplifying the negativity. It's actually not as bad as it seems in your head. And then number two is you're trying to reframe it. So right now you're really focused on the negative aspect of it, but when you start asking these questions and give yourself honest answers, you reframe it into a positive thought. So again, going back to the example of failing the exam, number one is you question it, like I just explained to you a second ago. And then the other thing you can do is positively reframe it is, okay, even if I fail, that's okay. There is something that I can learn from this. Or why would I fail if I'm going to put in 100% and I am putting in 100% right now? Or why would I fail if I do this, and this and cover all my bases and give it 100%? So lots of different ways to focus on that stressful thought and then spin it around, as well as question its accuracy. Okay, number 4 is engage in mindful movement. Keyword mindful. So whether you're doing any kind of gentle exercise like yoga or stretching, or you're walking outdoors, maybe you're doing Tai Chi, whatever it is you're doing, the goal here is to be mindful of what you're doing. So how do you do that? One is paying attention to your breath, paying attention to all of your senses, and really paying attention to your surroundings. So when you go for a walk, try not to have your headphones in, and instead just take everything in. What sounds are you hearing? What are smells are you smelling? How does it feel? How does the body feel? How does the sunlight feel on you? Is there a breeze? Do you hear birds chirping? Do you see any animals around you? Or is there a tree that catches your eye? So that's how you can be present. You can be present with your breath, with your feelings, as well as your surroundings. And this is a great way, once you're in your body and not in your head, it's a great way to start reducing that stress and start to cope with that pressure. Step 5 is cultivating a gratitude practice. It's a no-brainer, right? But make it simple for yourself. A lot of times we are under pressure to be grateful. It's not going to work. When you are grateful, you have to actually resonate with it, and you have to feel it with every fiber of your being. So maybe you come up with a practice where you come up with 3 things that you're grateful for. Don't just list those 3 things, but also identify why are you grateful for them, and what makes them so wonderful that you do feel all this gratitude towards them. They could be people, they could be things, events, anything that you can come up with. So that's a simple practice that you can have. You can show gratitude in so many other ways, saying a quick prayer of thanks before your meal, or remembering to at least thank one person genuinely throughout the day, not just for holding the door open for you, but something a little bit more meaningful. So many different ways to practice gratitude. You can journal, you can make a list, you can thank someone, you can make it a family practice. So just remember to incorporate it and try your best to do it. Sometimes it doesn't feel like the most natural thing. You've had the worst day of your life and there's nothing you're grateful for. But I can guarantee you, throughout that day, if you go back and relive it, there'll be one thing where there was some sort of kindness that was shown your way, or there's something that you could appreciate and be thankful for. So the more gratitude that you genuinely practice, the easier it gets to develop that positive mindset to actually deal with stress, successfully, and to handle any pressure that comes your way. So I shared 5 actionable steps with you. As always, pick one, pick all, whatever works for you. Start small, and then make it a habit, and start to include it in your daily practice and your daily lives, and watch what a difference this can make. Because like I said, there's no escaping stress, there's no escaping pressure. It's a part of life. It's going to happen. So the best thing you can do is start to incorporate these mindset tricks and see if you can use them successfully and effectively to manage that stress and to manage that pressure. As always, thank you for stopping by. I will catch you here very soon. In the meantime, take really good care of yourself. Bye.